takes me, baby, to show how much you mean to me. And I guess it's just the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all in the world to me. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. I have waited a lifetime, spent my time so foolishly, but now that I found you, together we'll make history. And I know it must be the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. Your own eyes can see. It feels like the first time, like it never did before. Feels like the first time, like we've opened up the door. Feels like the first time, like it never will feels like the first time. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Don't you know it feels? Feels like the first time. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Open up the door. Won't you open up the door? Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Porthole to Justice, the window to the truth. I'm your host, Amelia Duran, and that is Foreigner, the greatest. All right. It is Friday, and live from Dallas, and I'm here to announce 2021 project, the Karmic Margin Call Project, and have my guest on, Micheal Shuman, and it's awesome because this concept, I really love it, and it's forward thinking. I don't know if all of you can relate, but I'm tired of waking up and cooking the same thing for breakfast and getting up and doing the same thing over and over again, and not really, it's starting to feel uninspired. So we're transversing new territory. We're marketing our businesses online, on social media, and we're selling ourselves in a new way. And it's important that we have new topics of discussion. So I've invited Micheal Shuman on, the founder of the Karmic Margin Call Project. Let me get him on the air. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Okay. I'm a little rusty, guys. All right. Okay.
this is Mike.
Hi, welcome to the Porthole to Justice.
Thank you, Amelia. Great to be here. It is an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege.
So cool. So I was just doing a little introduction with my audience, explaining, everybody, I think, has really felt, with the lockdown and sort of this morose, getting up every morning, cooking the same thing, getting online on social media, because that's our window to interaction. And, it's time we start discussing new concepts for transversing the territory of social media marketing and putting ourselves out there in a new way. And I am so excited about your project, the Karmic Margin Call Project.
Yes, it is an exciting endeavor. It is a journey, and it's a journey of an emotional intelligence too, Amelia. So what comes up for me as you're describing what it really is like right now, getting up every morning here in this pandemic, going on social media, competing. We're competing with everybody. We're competing for time and attention and money, and it doesn't have to be that way. And what the Karmic Margin Call Project represents is emotional intelligence. It is really seeing each other as equal partners. I was talking to a good friend of mine before coming on our call today, and what we're discovering is that there's really two economies going on. There's what I call the extractive economy, where we're forced into these unnatural, dysfunctional, unhealthy relationships with each other just to live, to survive. But there's this other economy that's based on time, which is what I call the regenerative economy, where we can really see each other as equal partners and start to discover, what are we really here for? What is the spiritual aspects of what we're doing here? What is the artistic? What is the meaningful? So yes, absolutely. There's a whole new world to explore out there, and hopefully through the Karmic Margin Call Project, we can start that conversation and really turn the life experience around is what it's about for me.
Exactly. And the other thing is there's this huge opportunity for a more organic experience for fulfilling life's purpose, if you will. And which is unique to every individual, and it's on a global scale because of social media. There's a much larger platform of opportunity, and I just I think that we're all kind of trying to adjust, and But before I get into that, before we really get into that, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, Amelia. Thank you. So I am the administrative director of the Karmic Margin Call Project. Our mission is to start deep conversations between artists, educators, and entrepreneurs in order to really take tangible steps towards solving global problems. I'm also the coordinator for the Virtual Services Time Bank, which was just started up last year. And what the Time Bank does is that we record services that are provided to each other. We record the time that is being spent in these collaborative relationships. And what the Time Bank does is it helps to kind of translate that into the monetary economy to help everybody kind of get their equal share of this big pie that is available out there. Who I am, so that's what I do. What I am is I'm a person, who helps people with impeccable character, people who are really good people, leverage their time and talent to unrig the financial system. So I help people understand, what's really going on, how is psychological slavery being enacted on our society, and how to turn it around. That's something that I'm passionate about, and that's what I do. That I do through art. I do through teacher. I've been a drama teacher for over 20 years now, and I love the art, and I love the education, and I love figuring out how to kind of take apart a dysfunctional system and start to make it functional again. So that's who I am, and that is what I do.
That is, I mean, and I've personally attended some of your online mentorship, and I highly recommend it. Thank you so much for sharing that. But you mentioned something that I want to touch on briefly, and that is that there is sort of like an invisible caste system that occurs, and it's very much an action online, and a lot of people complain about it. And it's under the guise of trolling or shadowing or discrediting a person's character or slandering, bullying, if you will. It's very much a part of the online media culture.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah, and that is something that I know of as psychological fascism. These are people who are usually in a hierarchy, and if they're bullying, it's usually a sign of them being bullied as well too. It's what they know. One thing that I've discovered in all of this, Amelia, is that most people, and this is cultural conditioning, most people are only functioning at a 5-year-old emotional level, and that's something that is very, very difficult to understand. A lot of people, when I talk about this openly, when they're feeling aggressive or they're feeling angry or they're feeling like they want to go out and beat the hell out of someone or manipulate or control, that it's emotionally regressive, and it's the kind of thing where it keeps that caste system in place, because when someone is being bullied, they retreat into themselves, and their creative abilities, their abilities to reason, their abilities to feel, get shut down, and that's where art comes in. That's where art and education is really, really important, to understand that these people are functioning like robots. They're functioning, they're functioning from a place of survival, of desire and survival. And it's because they are really functioning at that 5-year-old emotional level, and that's something that we look at, and we want to be honest about ourselves as well. I mean, watching what you've been going through, especially in these last couple of years, I gotta tell you, Amelia, you have been a champion for for really being able to observe, to express, and to overcome those challenges. So I want to congratulate you for the work you've done in kind of unearthing this and bringing it into the spotlight, into the light where we can see it and we can talk about it like adults.
Wow. I don't feel like over cafe. It's a daily battle, and I do my best, just like everybody else. However, I think we need to I really want to encourage folks to take on the perspective that, how would you carry yourself in public if you were to, just be out every day and about? I mean, you wouldn't, just because you're hiding behind a keyboard, may not necessarily mean, it gives people sort of it's a cop out. They can have puppets or fake personas, and they can, compete with they can have a competitor or so forth that they want to take down, and, and I guess I've just accepted